There you go. First question's coming from Brooke.
Hi, buddy.
How you doing?
Good.
Oh,
Yeah, it's good to see you and hear you. So I know your parents well, obviously, and I know that you live with them, for the most part during the season. For you, not to say anything about you're not a rookie anymore, but being apart from your family and in this situation, is it difficult for you? And have you figure out ways to make this easier for you?
It's not that bad. Obviously, I know that I'm close to home and my parents right down the street, but I'm taking this opportunity the best way I can and I'm taking advantage of it. It's been pretty cool here, just hanging out and hanging out with the teammates, hanging out with everybody that's here, and it's been fun so far.
I know this is home for you, but does it really feel like home for you when you can't leave?
No, it doesn't really feel I'm never out this way towards Disney, so I'm not really too familiar with this area. But at the same time, the weather is nice, and I always miss the weather and the humidity and stuff. So
you miss the humidity?
Yeah, I do.
You're crazy. Next question.
All right, for next question's coming from Dwight James.
Hey, Ant, I'm curious, what do you think about practicing this time of night? Isn't this late to be practicing?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Kind of sitting around all day waiting for practice. But I'm kind of getting used to it. It's like our third day or fourth day practicing at night, so it's been pretty cool. But of course, everybody wants an early practice to get kind of get over with and kind of relax for the rest of the day.
Do they rotate them at all, or are you just going to be practicing this time all the time?
I think we're pretty much practicing at night, the first part, and I think the last couple practices we practice in the morning. Yeah, but I think so far we've been practicing at night most of the time.
All right, next question's coming from Jamie Hudson.
Hey, Ant. So we've seen a lot of your videos with your dunks, and so it looks like you're feeling good. How would you say your conditioning is? And then how do you view this restart for yourself personally? What goals do you have for this restart?
I think I'm in pretty good shape. I think we did a good job, individual workouts to kind of get our conditioning up. And obviously the first couple of practices helped out a lot to get our conditioning up. And but I'm just taking this as a good opportunity to get better. Come here and practice, kind of compete against Dame and CJ, kind of challenge them and help them challenge me as well. So coming in, trying to work on, different aspects of my game that, that will help the team win in, different situations.
All right, next question is coming from Brooke again.
Sorry, Anfernee, you know me, I talk a lot. So we've had some discussions about Gary Trent Jr. He had a very strong ending to the end of I don't know how we call that last season, but the end of the season that we're currently in, that was postponed. And we hear a lot about how he's doing in this sort of practice time. It's not training camp, but anyways, I guess it is. But how would you say that he's been looking? And I know you know him really well personally and obviously on the floor, but how would you say he's performing?
No, Gary's been great. He's bringing that defensive intensity to the game like always. And, he's been knocking down shots, just doing the things that, got him on the floor in the first place at the end of the season. So I think, continuing that is going to help us out a lot going into these 8 games and into playoffs.
And what did you think of his bathroom picks?
Hold up. Everybody was wondering why, nobody can get in the bathroom so long. I didn't need to go, but I seen people going to the bathroom and just coming back, and I was just wondering who's in there. And all of a sudden, I see GT come back. He looked at me and just started smiling. I didn't know what he was talking about, but now I know.
That's the most important question I've ever asked.
All right, question from Dwight James.
And there's been some reports that some players have been turned in on the snitch line. And I'm wondering how you feel about that line. Would you call that line and report somebody you saw breaking the rules? Or how do players in general feel about it?
I don't know. Me personally, I didn't see anything. So I'm not going to tell nobody. Most of the time I'm in my room or downstairs eating with my teammates, so I don't, kind of be around the general area of where, somebody could sneak out. But if I see somebody trying to sneak out, I wouldn't I wouldn't say anything.
All right, and a question from Jamie Hudson.
And do you look at this restart as almost a new season for you? I know you and we've talked a lot about how this past season there were really high expectations placed on you for you. So do you see this as maybe a fresh start?
Yeah. I mean, that time off is obviously kind of the time of an off season, so it got time to get a little better. Obviously, we was quarantined, but when we came back for those, couple months working out, just kind of relocking in and kind of working on things that you need to work on that, obviously you struggled in the season before everything happened. So I think coming in now, it's time to, kind of focus on the things that, you struggled at and come back in and refocus on that and work hard at that.
All right, question from Dwight.
One last one. You're a Florida guy, and I'm wondering your level of concern about the virus in Florida and your folks and everything. Have you had people in your family or your close circle of friends who've had the virus?
I mean, not that I know of. I know one of my friends that from high school, he told me he put on social media that his parents got it, but nobody like really close to me, like my parents or my grandparents, nothing that they never really. I haven't heard anything about them getting the virus, so I think they all trying to stay safe and stay out of the way.